Mari. Halo semuanya, selamat pagi. Bonjour à tous, bon matin. Hola a todos, buenos días. Namaste sabiko. Suprabhat. Marhaban jami'an. Sabah al-khair. Minasan, ohayo gozaimasu. Najaha, tausanha. Annyeonghaseyo yorobun, 좋은 아침입니다. Selamat datang di Indonesia AI Day.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Allow me to take a moment and pay attention to East Bengala. Volcano have erupted and more than 10,000 people have been impacted. Let's take a moment of silence to pay respect to all our brothers and sisters there. Semangat pagi! I'm getting goosebumps. Let me start by welcoming our guest of honor, Jensen Huang, founder and CEO of NVIDIA. Let's give a big round of applause. He's here with us today. Also, I have the pleasure of welcoming Julie Sweet, the chair and CEO of Accenture. Distinguished ministers, ladies and gentlemen, when I look around the room, it is not just faces. This room has people who will shape the future of Indonesia. So let's give a big round of applause to everyone here. I call myself a global citizen. This is my 5th country, but I have to tell you, this is the only country I have been here for more than 4 years. It is close to 6 years. And I have to tell you, nobody can beat Indonesia in terms of hospitality. I wanted to share with all of you what I have learned, the ethos of Indonesia. When we look at this picture, bamboo, it shows the strength. The ethos of Indonesia, which I have learned staying here, is while you are very strong, as individuals we are flexible. But when we come together, we are unbreakable. As we embrace the era of digital, this ethos will help us making sure that we are flexible and we are embracing collaboration and partnership for the larger purpose. Last decade has set the foundation for Indonesia, the whole foundation of innovation. For last decade, consistently, Indonesia is growing GDP 5%. We are the largest economy, digital economy in the region. Our President, Pak Prabowo, has put this Asta Cita very clearly outlining the strategic pillar. I have to share this with you. I have been invited to many international forums. The request to me is to talk about merger. I step back and first say, it is all about being in the right place at right time. Our merger story is an Indonesia success story. Because whenever I meet, especially Western media, they only talk about Bali. to Bali. Wow, I want to see that. But I have to tell all of them, Indonesia is not just Bali or Jakarta. It is much more than that. If you want to experience, it's a land of opportunity. If you want to experience the real Indonesia, you have to go to rural Indonesia, you have to go to eastern Indonesia. More than 17,500 islands. In terms of demographics, it is equal to Europe. In terms of population, it is more than half of European Union. How AI can help us connect and serve all of them? I think this is where we want to make sure we are spending time together. Early adaptation of AI can help Indonesia GDP move from the current level of 5% to 8%. Whether it is healthcare, whether it is education, we need to make sure that we have everyone in this room, we come together to make it happen. No single company, no single people can do it. It is just that when we come together, we will be able to move in this direction very fast. AI is fundamentally a force multiplier. Think of it. And all these things, what I'm talking is happening now and it's real. Think of it, a farmer in Sumba. How AI can help them improve their crop yield. How it can help them be more productive. Last month I visited Papua, Jayapura, a 4-hour flight within Indonesia. It was a red-eye flight, I reached there in the morning. But I was so impressed to see how people there are eager to learn more. Can we ensure that what people get in Harvard can be done to people in Jayapura? Yes, it is possible. AI in today's time can make it happen. This is a country of 62 million SME, small and medium enterprise, more than the population of a lot of our Southeast Asian countries. How do we make sure that AI is supercharging them to compete with the world? They have everything. We just need to make technology as an accelerator for them to unlock their full potential. I have to tell you, it is happening in many parts of the world and it is also happening in Indonesia as we speak. We just need to scale it up to next level. Today, I have 3 requests. I have Eric, I have Ibu Mantri, who I think for us, the first request I want to make for us to make all this happen is to build sovereign AI foundation. Today, we have to understand data is our natural resource. We have to protect and preserve our data, our heritage and culture. And there has to be right support, policies, productivity lead incentive to ensure that we are doing this. Number 2, I've been taking and talking to Patrick a lot that how we make this point real. So thank you, Patrick, for always supporting on this. Accelerating AI partnership, public-private partnership. We all have to come together to unlock this opportunity. And third, and the most important, digital talent mission. AI is not effective without people. It is the people investment which will unlock the full potential of AI. We have started with our baby step by putting AI Center of Excellence. We started with Solo. We want to do it in Jakarta. I was talking to Ibu Mantri that we want to take it to Jayapura also, so that nobody is left behind. No one can think and do it alone. We all have to come together in this mission. And when Indonesia do well, all of us prosper. privilege to be a part of this company. It's a very iconic brand, 57-year-old brand. This is the first brand which connected Indonesia to the world. And our purpose is to empower every Indonesian. And today, standing in front of all of you, I want to say that we want to make AI for all, affordable AI, easy to access for all, every Indonesian. This is the mission which we are taking. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very happy to announce 3 innovative platforms which we will be launching today. Number 1, IM3 Platinum. Just imagine giving a personalized experience to all our 100 million customers, an experience which is secure, spam-free, everything happening at real time. Let me tell you some facts. Today, there are more TikTok accounts in this country than bank accounts. We have to make sure by helping on credit scoring and all, we get financial inclusion. We get everyone and we help every Indonesian, and this can happen and when we come together. This is what IM3 Platinum will work upon. Number 2, Sahabat means friends. I will not talk more about it. Today you will see and we will unveil more. And then I don't want to take the thunder. The last one, and it is very impactful, Merdeka Cloud. Merdeka Cloud will democratize AI for all enterprise. And I'm so happy and proud to share with you that Merdeka Cloud, the power of Merdeka Cloud, if you go to the next slide, yes, is supported by NVIDIA and Accenture. I want to personally thank Julie, she's here with us, Jensen, for promising us to make Indonesia the lighthouse for the world when it comes to sovereign AI Merdeka Cloud. Because we believe in execution, we want to make sure we keep improving every day, and that is how I'm getting support from the whole ecosystem of Accenture and NVIDIA, and with personal commitment from Jensen and Julie. Gotong is very close to my heart, but Jensen, I want to share with you one secret which I have realized it is true. Gotong philosophy of Indonesia is similar to NVIDIA philosophy. It is all about collaboration, coming together for working towards the larger mission. And that is what is our superpower. Why I stand here and talk about becoming lighthouse and making Indonesia the lighthouse, because of this superpower which is very important in the era of AI. If you look at the next slide, you know, I have all these partners. I have the best of global and local working for us in this mission. And when we come together with a single-minded focus of empowering Indonesia, we will make it happen. My President Commissioner Hadir, I was traveling with him to Barcelona. 2 a.m. on a transit flight at Doha. He tells me, Vikram, we have to work on empowering the digital talent. And I said, Sia, I will make sure, not alone, we'll make sure we have the partner ecosystem, NVIDIA, others, Accenture, and I commit on behalf of Indosat and all the partners that by 2027, we will train 1 million digital talent in Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, again, very happy to announce that we are here with our Merdeka cloud to give the power in the hand of all the Indonesians. Whether you are a student or a researcher or you have a startup or also state-owned enterprise, starting today, we will be giving free GPU credit worth 30 billion rupiah. We want to make sure that everybody who has the power of NVIDIA world-class GPU, which is our Merdeka GPU, and they are able to unlock their full potential. 30 billion is what we are starting, and if we see more interest, we'll take it to 50 billion. We don't want anybody to think that they are constrained. We have to unlock the full potential of Indonesia. Before I talk about one last thing, Jensen, I'm not wearing the watch because I want to live this moment. I want to make sure that we do keep improving what we do and we focus on this moment. This moment is a pivot moment for Indonesia. When we got our Uber 100, the world-class GPU, I was surprised when I was told that we are one of the first to go live within 73 days. That did not excite me too much. What excited me is that we keep improving every day from there. Every day. And let me share with you, who is our first customer? Any guesses in the room who will be the first customer of GPU Merdeka? It is the Parliament of Indonesia. They want to do bureaucracy reform. Then we had Pertamina, then we had a lot of important banks. We want Indonesia to always have the best. Again, ladies and gentlemen, the GB200 is also here in this auditorium. When you do the boot tour, the GB200 is here because we want to get Indonesia always the best. And we will make sure with our data center partner BDX, we are getting ready with the liquid cooling and everything so that by March, April, we ensure that we go live with GB200. With this, I just want to request all of you to take this pledge together. A pledge of making Indonesia a developer country, an infrastructure country. And together, we want to be the shaper of AI, not a taker. This is what my request is. Let's take the pledge together. And with this, once again, thank you very much. Terima kasih. Merdeka!
Terima kasih, selamat pagi semuanya. Masih kurang semangat. Selamat pagi semuanya. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat pagi, salam sejahtera bagi kita semua. Om Swastiastu, Namo Buddhaya, Salam Kebajikan. Izinkan kami menyampaikan sambutan tertulis Wakil Presiden RI dalam AID hari ini. Beliau menyampaikan permohonan maaf karena saat ini tengah berada di Lewitobi, NTT untuk memantau langsung bencana yang terjadi di sana. Saya rasa kita semua hatinya berada di sana dan kita mendoakan dari sini. Sambutan tertulis Wakil Presiden RI dalam AI Day. Saya menyambut baik terselenggaranya AI Day sebagai sebuah terobosan untuk menyongsong era kemajuan di masa yang akan datang. Indonesia sebagai sebuah negara besar yang mempunyai cita-cita menggapai Indonesia emas di tahun 2045 memiliki aset penting yang harus dikelola dengan amat baik, yaitu sumber daya manusianya yang pada tahun 2030 akan mengalami puncak bonus demografi. Kemampuan sumber daya manusia yang unggul akan sangat menentukan kemajuan suatu bangsa. Apalagi di era disrupsi teknologi saat ini yang berkembang begitu cepat, termasuk salah satu di antaranya adalah artificial intelligence. Pemerintah Republik Indonesia akan terus berkomitmen untuk meningkatkan kesiapan sumber daya manusia serta menciptakan ekosistem yang memampukan para generasi muda untuk berinovasi, melakukan modifikasi, dan menciptakan pengembangan teknologi termasuk yang berbasis AI, baik dari sisi ekonomi, sosial, budaya, dan bahasa. Kami ingin menjadikan teknologi tidak hanya sebagai alat untuk mencapai pertumbuhan, tapi juga sarana untuk mengamankan dan melestarikan identitas serta kekayaan nilai budaya Indonesia sebagai bangsa yang berbineka tunggal ika. Gibran Rakabumi, Wakil Presiden Republik Indonesia, ditandatangani. Negara RI Pak Erick Thohir, kemudian ada Menteri Kesehatan tadi Pak Budi Gunadi Sadikin yang hadir, kemudian Presiden Director and CEO Indosat Hutchinson, Bapak Vikram Sinha, and of course our guest of honor, CEO of NVIDIA Corporation, Mr. Jensen Huang. Teman-teman, saya nggak sebut Bapak Ibu karena kalau lihat wajahnya banyak yang masih muda-muda, teman-teman semua yang hadir, para peserta yang kami hormati, yang kami mohon maaf tidak bisa sebutkan satu persatu. Saya amat senang pagi ini berdiri di sini bersama para pegiat AI, pemimpin industri, rekan-rekan dari sektor pemerintah dan swasta. Indonesia AI Day merupakan ajang strategis untuk mempertemukan para pemangku kepentingan di bidang digital, terutama kecerdasan buatan, baik dari pemerintah, pemangku industri, akademisi, dan juga komunitas. Dalam perjalanan menuju Indonesia Emas 2045, tahun 2034 akan menjadi point of no return bagi Indonesia untuk mencapai status high income economy di tahun 2038. Pada tahun-tahun tersebut, PDB per kapita nasional diperkirakan akan mencapai 15.700 dolar Amerika Serikat atau 3 kali lipat lebih besar dari PDB per kapita tahun 2023, dengan asumsi bahwa kesenjangan harus diatasi melalui pemanfaatan teknologi digital untuk mendorong produktivitas. Artinya, 5 tahun ke depan yang akan kita jalani bersama-sama merupakan periode yang amat kritikal dalam menentukan arah dan laju kemajuan bangsa Indonesia. Untuk mewujudkan cita-cita tersebut, Kementerian Komunikasi dan Digital telah meluncurkan visi Indonesia Digital 2045, dokumen strategis yang dapat menjadi panduan baik untuk pemerintah, industri, maupun juga masyarakat dalam memanfaatkan kemajuan teknologi digital dengan tujuan untuk menciptakan ekosistem digital Indonesia yang inklusif, yang memberdayakan, terpercaya, dan tentu yang berdaulat. Dokumen ini juga meletakkan kecerdasan artifisial atau AI menjadi salah satu teknologi utama yang perlu diperkuat tata kelola, pengembangan, maupun pemanfaatannya. Dengan teknologi tersebut diharapkan target pertumbuhan ekonomi yang ditetapkan oleh Presiden Republik Indonesia Bapak Prabowo Subianto sebesar 8% akan dapat tercapai. Dalam beberapa tahun terakhir, AI telah mengalami perkembangan yang signifikan. Kita pahami itu. Kita lihat dari tren kenaikan investasi pada AI generatif di sektor swasta yang meningkat lebih dari 6 kali lipat, dari 4 miliar USD pada tahun 2021 menjadi 25 miliar USD pada tahun 2023. Tidak hanya itu, masifnya perkembangan AI juga memberi manfaat bagi sektor pekerjaan di tingkat global. Di negara-negara dengan pendapatan tinggi, AI telah memberi dampak bagi 60% pekerjaan. Sementara di negara-negara dengan pendapatan menengah dan rendah, AI berdampak bagi masing-masing 40% dan 26% pekerjaan. Tren serupa juga dapat dilihat dari bagaimana negara-negara global North nampak mendominasi persentase di mana pasar tenaga kerja AI di tingkat global, dipimpin oleh Amerika Serikat yang mencapai angka 1,62%, disusul oleh Spanyol, Swedia, Belgia, Belanda, dan Prancis. Dengan melihat tren tersebut, kita dapat melihat bahwa global North masih mendominasi lanskap perkembangan dan pemanfaatan AI di tingkat global. Hal ini tentunya menghadirkan peluang juga tantangan bagi negara-negara Global South termasuk Indonesia untuk meningkatkan kepercayaan masyarakat pada tata kelola artificial intelligence. Beberapa instansi pemerintahan Indonesia telah menerapkan teknologi AI bagi pelayanan publik di sektornya masing-masing, meskipun belum banyak. Contoh di Kementerian Kontigi mengembangkan teknologi AI untuk mendeteksi berita palsu atau hoax yang beredar di ruang digital. Dirjen Pajak, Kementerian Keuangan mengembangkan chatbox berbasis AI untuk membantu wajib pajak mendapatkan informasi dan layanan yang lebih mudah. Kementerian Kesehatan juga mengembangkan dan memanfaatkan AI dalam teknologi kesehatan di bidang radiologi dan patologi di beberapa rumah sakit. Saya belum dapat datanya yang Kementerian BUMN, tapi saya yakin Pak Erik juga sudah banyak menerapkan AI di kementeriannya. Bapak Ibu sekalian, teman-teman penggiat AI di Indonesia, pemerintah Indonesia terus berkomitmen untuk mewujudkan tata kelola AI yang komprehensif melalui penyusunan kebijakan yang mendukung ekosistem AI dengan memperhatikan aspek 3P. Yang pertama adalah policy, yang kedua people, dan yang ketiga platform. Policy akan berfokus untuk menjembatani gap kebijakan yang dapat memberikan kepastian hukum, namun tidak membatasi potensi inovasi. Ada dua pendekatan dalam memandang kebijakan tata kelola AI nasional, yaitu horizontal bersifat general, di mana berlaku bagi seluruh sektor yang memanfaatkan teknologi AI, dan juga pendekatan vertikal yang bersifat sektoral, di mana setiap sektor dapat menghadirkan ketentuan khusus yang berlaku bagi sektornya masing-masing. Kedua, people. Fokus pada pengembangan sumber daya manusia. Salah satu wujudnya adalah melalui kolaborasi Komdigi dengan industri, perguruan tinggi, dan asosiasi pada program Digital Talent Scholarship. Program ini bertujuan untuk meningkatkan keterampilan dan daya saing SDM digital termasuk di bidang AI. Tadi bicara sedikit dengan Pak Halim bahwa PR kita di sini masih banyak, tapi komitmen dari mitra partner-partner kita luar biasa, termasuk mungkin boleh saya buka di sini bahwa Pak Fikram menargetkan Januari atau Februari kita akan punya AI Center di Jayapura, Papua. Selanjutnya, P ketiga adalah platform. Kita akan fokus pada penciptaan beragam adopsi teknologi yang dapat mendorong kolaborasi antara pemangku kepentingan demi menghadirkan ekosistem AI yang inklusif. Pada akhirnya, saya ingin mengajak kita semua untuk bersama-sama. Yang pertama, memanfaatkan AI untuk kebaikan. Mari kita gunakan kecerdasan buatan ini untuk memecah masalah sosial, meningkatkan kualitas hidup, serta mendorong inovasi. Kami juga akan mengajak untuk bersama-sama mengembangkan talenta digital. Kita perlu mempersiapkan generasi muda dengan keterampilan memadai untuk menghadapi era AI. Dan kami mengajak untuk kita semua membangun ekosistem AI yang sehat. Asumsi yang terakhir ini kita sampaikan dalam bahasa Inggris karena ada pesan untuk Mr. Jensen Huang. As a Minister of Communication and Digital, I believe that Indonesia's journey to becoming a regional leader in artificial intelligence requires strong partnership with industry leaders like NVIDIA. With its world-class expertise in AI and accelerated computing, NVIDIA can play a critical role in enhancing Indonesia's AI infrastructure, supporting our ambitions in digital transformation and boosting the capabilities of local talent. Under the visionary leadership of CEO Jensen Huang, NVIDIA has set global benchmark in AI and high-performance computing innovation. And I would personally like to give my very warm welcome to Mr. Jensen Huang. Thank you for coming to Indonesia exclusively, only one country in your Southeast Asia visit. I believe it means a lot to us, especially the youngsters in Indonesia, and give us confidence that Indonesia is being seen as one of the probable global player in AI industry. By collaborating with NVIDIA, we can develop advanced AI solution that addresses our unique challenges in sectors like agriculture, healthcare, urban planning, ultimately fostering a more inclusive, prosperous digital future for Indonesia.
The stage is yours.
Jensen.
Jensen, welcome to Jakarta.
Thank you.
I have to, first of all, yes, I have to keep my phone on because the President Prabowo just landed in Peru and he would like to talk to you.
Okay.
So I was under the strict instruction to keep my phone on in case he calls. But again, Jensen, it's a great honor for us to be here with you. You came all the way to Jakarta. We have a big audience here. And again, you're the leader of the AI revolution. We cannot be happier to have you here. So thank you once again. So when I was preparing for this, I researched to find something in common about you and Indonesia, and I only could find one of you. The color of the company and Indonesia and NVIDIA, right?
Indonesia, NVIDIA. Very good friend.
He was your biggest shareholder. The only difference is that he hasn't offered to lend me money to buy Gotong. So when you see him, please tell him to consider that. Jensen, we are in the dawn or in the middle of AI revolution. As we discussed at the backstage, Indonesia is now growing at about 5% per year. The president wants to accelerate the growth to 8%. And Indonesians are actually digital savvy. This is the biggest market for TikTok. And this is the biggest market for Instagram. And one of the biggest for Google, and can continue and so forth. But we have not taken Gotong, thank you. But we have not taken the states as developers, as producers. Maybe you can tell a little bit, what is the advice that you can give to Indonesia so that we can be part of this revolution, not only as users or as consumers, but also part of the ecosystem, if you will.
First, the country needs to understand that intelligence is both, the production of intelligence is both an opportunity as well as an imperative. On the one hand, it's an opportunity because it's a whole new industry. This is the first time in history where we are going to produce one of the most valuable commodities, one of the most valuable assets the world's ever known, intelligence. And we can produce it at scale, meaning we can manufacture it as an industry. We now have the technology necessary to manufacture intelligence. And so as an opportunity for a nation that has access to energy has access to a local market because of the nearly 300 million people in your society, this is an incredible opportunity. It's also a mandate, it's an imperative because no country can afford to have its natural resource, the data of its people, be extracted, transformed into intelligence, and import back into the country. That doesn't make sense. You have to own your intelligence. You cannot outsource your intelligence. And so, whether you look at it from a perspective of opportunity, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create and be part of a new industry, or an imperative to control your own nation's intelligence, however you think about it, it is vital you engage the learner. It is vital that Indonesia AI becomes one of your most important national initiatives. And so I'm delighted to see AI Day in Indonesia. Yeah, this is really a big deal.
This actually resonates because about 5 years ago, Indonesia started a journey of developing our nickel resources to develop EV batteries, and we are now the largest producer of EV battery components. So my question to Pak Eric as government, I think Jensen is spot on. One of the biggest resources that we have is our data, our population, and how does the government see this? How would the Indonesian government support the AI development, hopefully with in partnership with NVIDIA?
Yeah, of course. Welcome to Indonesia.
Thank you.
Pleased to meet you. It's always, we open up for Indonesia to do collaborations with world
Eric
class.
is Mr. Football.
Mr. Huang, so I call him Mr. Huang. President Prabowo has massive programs, and President Prabowo do understand the strength and also the challenge about our nations. You mentioned before we have a big population, almost 300 million, and will keep increase until 315 million in the next 10 years. So this potential can be also the weakness if we, as a country, this is why Mr. Prabowo want to make sure, back to basic, how we can give our people a space to be natures as a strong human capital, so can be ready for the workforce, for the futures. This is why one of this program actually, he wants to give an access, better nutrition for early stage of our students. At the same time, to make sure they give also not only the physical, but also the mind. This is why he makes also announcement, education and healthcare is very important to be the forearms for Indonesia development for the futures. If you look at President Prabowo make statements regarding we have to bring back math is the most important subjects in the schools. At the same time, he wants to implement digitalizations in early days. So this is something I will say, the back to AI, we understand AI should be friendly to human natures. It's not something that we should afraid of, but it's important Indonesia need to be ready on AI also, to be friendly, to be company of AI, and our people need to understand the use of AI. Otherwise, the one not ready for AI, they will lose jobs. This is why actually, again, like Patrick said, we want to be not just based on consumption in terms of our growth economy, but also be part of the processors. This is why it's very important you to be present here to help us for your knowledge and your also investment. I heard Indonesia, this is something that you be part of our ecosystem for now and the futures. You can be the lighthouse that we set up here in Indonesia. So once again, thank you.
So Jensen, at Gotong, about 6 months ago, we decided to develop our own large language model, which we are doing with Indosat, which you will help launch. Sahabat.AI. And we started this development in partnership with AI Singapore.
Is Sahabat related to bahasa is
Sahabat is an Indonesian word for pemilu or brotherhood or friendship.
Friendship,
Brotherhood. And when we started this journey with AI Singapore 6 months ago, there was a high official from a developing country who asked a question to me. Why are we developing this? Why don't we just use foreign established brand like OpenAI? They have a lot more resources, they have all the data. What does Indonesia have in the talent pool and whatnot? I want to ask you, do you think we are crazy in doing this? Because for us, we feel that we need to be part of it, we need to experience it, and also to give opportunities for Indonesians to be part of the development. So this model is open source. It's available for everybody, but I just wanted to get your comment whether we are crazy or this is actually useless or this is something that you think is important.
It's not crazy. It's in fact essential. It is not crazy at all. It is absolutely essential that Indonesia build your own AI. How could Indonesia not build your own intelligence? On first principles, it makes no sense. Now the question is, for what reason does the world feel that AI is so expensive to do? It does require infrastructure. There's no question about that. However, the infrastructure, the technology is moving so fast, it's improving so fast. So long as you're not right at the bleeding edge, you're near the front, near the frontier, off the frontier, the cost of building AI is dramatically less. It is essential for Indonesia to own, to develop, to improve the national intelligence for its people. One of the things that's really important to realize is that AI is the best chance in the history of computing to close the technology divide. And let me prove it to you. The vast majority of the audience today don't know how to program a computer. The vast majority. The vast majority don't know how to program C++. But everyone in this room knows how to program artificial intelligence. All you have to do is try it. You can try ChatGPT, you can try Gemini, you can try Claude, and it is incredibly easy to use. The reason why it's easy to use is because it's intelligent. And if you're not sure how to use it, all you have to do is say, how do I use AI? And it will tell you how to use it. No software in history has ever been this easy to use. Now, all of a sudden, everyone is a computer programmer because of artificial intelligence. We have closed the technology divide. The technology, of course, is complicated, but using the technology for your power is not. And as you mentioned earlier, Eric, you're not going to lose your job to AI. You will lose your job to someone who uses AI. That is vitally important to realize. So on the one hand, Patrick, on the one hand, AI is so easy to use. On the other hand, AI is so vital to use because you want to lift yourself. This is the greatest opportunity for Indonesia to lift its people.
And on behalf of a grateful nation, we thank you for your personal contribution. Mr. Jensen made a personal contribution to help the victims of the volcanic eruption in East Nusa Tenggara. And Jensen, as the President mentioned in the call just now, one of the key focus of this government is agriculture. Indonesia today is trying very hard to be self-sufficient in production of food, but more importantly, it's also to alleviate the prosperity of our farmers. Since this idea was brought up by him, maybe you can share your thoughts as to how AI can help Indonesia advance the agricultural sector here.
agriculture is called ag tech. A great deal of technology is involved in advancing agriculture yield, crop yield, managing disease, maximizing the profit and prosperity of farmers. All of that requires technology today. And it benefits the larger companies. It benefits large agriculture companies. With artificial intelligence, the fact that Indonesia is so well integrated with internet, almost everyone has access to internet and to cellular technologies. It is possible for every farmer to have access to the most advanced technologies through artificial intelligence. Some cameras, some phones, access to AI in the cloud. All of a sudden, they became super farmers. And all of a sudden, they could promote their yield, their crops to local distributors and get the best possible price from it. I think that artificial intelligence will democratize technology for everyone. It is really the great equalizer. Everyone has access to knowledge. Everyone has access to technology. Everyone has access to intelligence. It is the great equalizer. You know that today, all of the world's information, all of the world's knowledge is on the internet. But it is so incredibly hard to access. With an AI, it can teach you. It is your personal tutor. If you would like to be world-class agriculture technology innovator and apply the latest knowledge in agriculture to your own farming, all you have to do is ask an AI. And so that capability is in the hands of every farmer.
Our farmers will have AI agents to advise them how to improve the yield and so forth. So thank you for that. But Jensen mentioned something that is important, which is about infrastructure. Indonesia actually has competitive advantages based on our research. The electricity cost, production cost, is 1/3 of what the US cost is. What is the government planning to do to accept? You are the boss of PLN and all these big companies, Pertamina and whatnot. What is the government's planning to do to accelerate the development of AI infrastructure?
New regulations. I think with the one moving forward with new grid electricity, I think it's important for us as a government to push some of the transition faster. We have a big potential as a countries. I think, if I'm not mistaken, we have potential around 3,680 gigawatts. This is consists from hydro, from wind, from solar. So we have a huge potential for grid electricity. But again, if your GPUs, NVIDIA, can help us to make sure the delivery of this grid electricity in the more calculative way, that is because it's very important for us to make sure that when we support on grid electricity, it's not only for the industry, but also it's important for the people can be consist to have this electricity at the same time. So this is why actually at this moment, we as the government, we are on the consolidating our data together from the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Education, our social security administrators to be under one, what we call indigenous. So if we can be success from the help of our partners all over the world, this is something the key actually can be more effective and efficient. We can be supporting on the industrial sides. We also pushing a lot of building data centers. I heard Indosat gonna build data center in Papua, excellence. But at the same time, this is something that we need more data centers in Indonesia to support the AI developments.
It's really important that you recognize the importance of infrastructure. Remember, this is a new industry, a new type of infrastructure. Just as the internet was the infrastructure of communications, the infrastructure of access to each other and access to information. There's a new infrastructure here now. And this infrastructure is the infrastructure of intelligence. Infrastructure of communications was built on top of the infrastructure of energy, infrastructure of transportation was built on top of infrastructure of manufacturing. All of these different infrastructures layer on top of each other and advance society. This is infrastructure of intelligence. It's going to put in the hands of every child a personal tutor. It's going to put in the hands of every single village their own nurses and doctors. This infrastructure of intelligence needs to first be built. On top of that infrastructure, it's just like you had to build the infrastructure of the internet here. And Indonesia was one of the most advanced of the Southeast Asian countries to build internet infrastructure. If not for the internet infrastructure, Gotong wouldn't be possible. Isn't that right?
Correct.
And so this incredible company that was built of incredible value was built on top of an infrastructure. We're now going to build a new infrastructure, and on top of it, a whole bunch of startups, a whole bunch of new capabilities and services for the society is going to be possible.
So we have 3.1 million driver partners today who would otherwise not have the opportunity to earn the money that they.
You created a wonderful service for society. You created wonderful jobs for 3.1 million people.
Yes. And we
Not
got
to mention everything's more convenient.
And we have not harnessed the full potential of AI yet. So when that comes, we can, the things are efficient.
That's right.
Even with government programs, because as a country, we still recognize public service obligations. This is something also that we need to be efficient, reduce corruptions. This is why President Prabowo also want to introduce clean governance in the last couple of months.
And just as the last infrastructure of the internet spoke HTML, this new infrastructure is going to speak Indonesian.
Absolutely. And all the
That's
dialects.
the amazing thing.
So, Jensen,
The technology is complicated, but its benefit is not.
He has a direct access to Mr. President already, I think.
this is actually a follow-up question. There are a lot of young Indonesians watching us today, and there will be more watching from the recording. You are an electrical engineer. I studied the issues engineering, which is industrial engineering. But what is the advice that you would have to young Indonesians who are watching this session today as to how they will be best positioned to capture the full potential of AI?
Well, if for all the young people in Indonesia, I would say, of course, your education is still vital. Science, math, the liberal arts, all super important, and I would dedicate yourself to be as good of a student as you can be. However, 100% of young people today use the internet. That's because the internet became pervasive. At the time, 20 years ago, when the internet was still just beginning, a lot of people didn't realize internet was going to be so integral to your lives. Just remember, 100% of the young people today should engage AI. AI is your future. It is going to be integrated into every part of your lives. For the young people, I'm so excited for you because you're going to grow up with your own tutor. Imagine your own Aristotle, your own teacher. This teacher will live with you your whole life. It will grow with you for as long, as you go through your life journey. And it will bring information to you. It will teach you. It will be your tutor. And I think that when you realize the incredible ease of access of the technology, its magical powers, you will surely be empowered by it. And so use AI to lift you. Use AI to supercharge you. Use AI to go as far as you can.
May I answer this?
I
don't want to answer it.
I just want to ask about how AI going to help the national team to
Correct. This is what. So I want to ask with AI, because the landscape of sport industry might be changed in the future. So you have a thought for that, because at the same time, football is very important for our country at this moment.
Well, you're going to use AI to, of course, broadcast football. Okay? You're going to use AI to help broadcast football. There's so many games going all the time, but it's impossible to have a very professional broadcaster for every game. In the future, every single game will have wonderful broadcasters. It will go directly to the right player, it will go directly to the right moment in the sport, and it will create a short little summary for every single game in Indonesia, and everyone can enjoy every game. And so that's, of course, right around the corner. This technology is here. You could, of course, use AI to help analyze your favorite athletes and so that they can improve their game. You can also use AI to maybe help you critique your strategy so that you could be a more successful team. There's a lot of different ways to use AI.
So Jensen,
And good luck to the Indonesian soccer team.
We need about 15 and 19. On months we can have AI as a statistic.
Go Indonesia football.
the only thing that is as important as AI is in Indonesia today is for the national team to qualify to the World Cup.
Yes. Go Indonesia.
Jensen, it's been wonderful. Thank you very much. We learned a lot from you. We hope that this is only the first of many visits that you will make to Indonesia. As President Prabowo said, that he invited you to come back and make Indonesia your second home. So again, on behalf of Trade Commission, thank you very much, and also for your personal contribution for the volcanic eruption victims. So very appreciate.
Thank you, Patrick. Congratulations on Gotong. Congratulations. Eric, thank you very much.
Thank you, gentlemen. Let's give a big round of applause for the three gentlemen. Please stay on stage. Please stay on stage as we'd like to proceed with the launch of Sahabat-AI that was talked about in the session. What is Sahabat-AI anyway? So we'd like to invite Pak Patrick, Mr. Jensen Huang, dan juga Pak Erick Thohir untuk bersama-sama kita ke tengah panggung di sini. Di sini udah ada canister dan pedestal yang kita akan nanti launch bersama-sama. Apa itu Sahabat-AI?
And we would like to invite to please come up on stage, Bapak Peluncuran Sahabat. Round of applause, everybody. Yeah, to please come and join the gentleman right here on stage, and we are going to start the inauguration Sahabat-AI.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jensen Huang. Boleh dong kita beri
Berikan
applause
juga
ya.
it's kind of hard because all the people already hold their, of course, smartphone to get ready for this beautiful and precious moment.
Yes, let me continue with Bapak Erick Thohir. Is on the red canister. It symbolizes preserving Indonesian language. Boleh kita beri applause yang meriah sekali lagi. And last but not least, silakan Mel, Pak Patrick, Pak. Green canister, personalization services. Boleh kita beri applause untuk Pak Patrick.
Baik, Bapak Ibu, kita akan segera melakukan prosesi inaugurasi Sahabat-AI. Sebagai informasi, Sahabat-AI ini merupakan sebuah inisiatif yang melambangkan komitmen dua perusahaan karya anak bangsa untuk mendorong kedaulatan digital Indonesia.
So this is how we do it. We put or we insert the canister into the pedestal hole.
Yep.
So there's a hole in front of you, and we put the canister into the pedestal on our countdown. Let's do it together, ladies and gentlemen. In 3, 2, 1, let's go! Sahabat-AI juga merupakan kerjasama dengan pelaku lokal di Indonesia.
What is it? It is an open source LLM in bahasa Indonesia, and not only that, also in its local dialect. It is co-initiated by the homegrown technology and telecommunication company, Gotong Group and Indosat. Most of us must have heard about LLM. It is large, deep learning models that are pre-trained on the vast amount of data. Put it simply, it is a type of AI program that can recognize and generate text among other tasks. What is so special? You might ask, like, why are we doing this? Indonesia, as the fourth largest country in the world, we believe that there are so many cultural diversity that require needs, as Jensen mentioned, for localized LLM that truly reflect our cultural relevance. And what is so important here, Sahabat-AI is an open source model. Why? Because we believe that we have to democratize AI access for everyone, for every Indonesian. As an open ecosystem, Sahabat-AI is very versatile. This can be used for public services, healthcare, education, media, research, so on and so forth. And because of that, today we are very, very pleased that Sahabat-AI is supported, as you see earlier in the ceremony, not only by the regional research centers such as Singapore AI and Tech Mahindra, but also by many, many prominent universities as well as leading media companies. This is all very important because we believe to enrich Sahabat-AI model, we need to work alongside with so many people in the ecosystem to build that optimal local context and cultural relevance. And of course, we are so proud that Sahabat-AI is built with the support from NVIDIA. Starting today, this is the most important part, you can download Sahabat-AI for free from our hadir face page. There is a barcode. There's a barcode. Please scan them, give them a try. Although we are in very early stage, I'm very, very proud on behalf of the team who are here, who built it, to announce that in the early stage we have tested our early models, and actually the results show stronger performance in Bahasa Indonesia, Javanese, I'm from Jawa, Sundanese, stronger than other open source model with the same parameter. Congratulations to the team. Lastly, as Sahabat means close friend, brotherhood, we cannot accomplish this mission alone. We need everyone. Therefore, we would like to invite everyone here to participate, from public, private sector, software developer, language practitioner, everyone. Please, let's work together, let's collaborate together in developing Sahabat-AI ecosystem so it can become the most inclusive Indonesian language LLM that truly understand and serve the need of Indonesian people. Thank you very much. Now that we have talked about Sahabat-AI, we in Gotong Group apply it. We create DIRA. So allow me to switch to Bahasa after this because we are talking about Indonesian LLM. DIRA is in Bahasa short for Dikte Suara. It's a voice assistant that now is being launching, so it's not fully there, in Gojek and GoPay app. The purpose of it is to make life simple. How to make the life, a day in a life of GoTo user more easier, more convenient. This is like, if you see the video, you'll understand my mom would love this. So allow me to share the video.
Mira, pesanin goreng ke kantor ya. Mira, pesan dapat yang kemarin dong.
demo live langsung. This is very nerve-wracking because all the builder are here. I hope I do them justice. Saya mau live, coba ya. Siapa? Jadi pertama, kalau saya nanti ini dari sini mau pulang, mau ke kantor, gimana sih order gokar? Kira order gokar ke kantor. There you go. With one click we will be able to order gokar. Satu lagi boleh ya? Sekarang di GoPay. Kebanyakan belanja nih, jadi harus ngecek pengeluaran. Kira cek pengeluaran aku dong. There you go. Belanja makan, belanja macam-macam. So inilah dia. Inilah yang kita pengen ke depannya, bagaimana life of a go-to user from morning until they go to bed at night. We help them. We make it simpler and easier. Di masa depan, kekuatan sahabat Ira juga akan mengerti bahasa daerah yang lain. Jawa, Sunda, Balinese, and many more will continue to develop this. Nah, kita sekarang sudah melihat bagaimana Dira memudahkan hidup kita dari beli pulsa, beli makanan, order transport. Namun kehebatan Sahabat-AI bukan sekedar kenyamanan untuk diri sendiri, tetapi juga untuk sesuatu yang lebih besar. Dengan bangga, saya ingin memperkenalkan the next speaker, Pak Bayu, yang akan memperkenalkan the next application of Sahabat-AI.
Terima kasih, Catherine. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Selamat siang. Yang saya hormati semua hadirin yang hadir, khususnya Menteri Komunikasi dan Digital tadi Ibu Mutia sudah, kemudian Menteri BUMN Pak Erik, terima kasih sudah hadir. I would like also to greet founder and CEO of NVIDIA, Jensen Huang. Good to see you again, sir, in Indonesia. Welcome. And also Accenture Chair and CEO, Julie Sweet. Good to see you back in Indonesia. Bapak Ibu sekalian, baru saja kita dengar dari Catherine berbagai kisah inspiratif tentang penggunaan Sahabat-AI dalam keseharian. Saya izin memperkenalkan diri. Saya Presiden, Direktur, and CEO di Indosat. Indosat is iOS AI Factory. Saya Bayu Anantasena mengajak rekan-rekan sekalian untuk menyimak lebih jauh mengenai Sahabat-AI. Sahabat-AI lebih dari sebuah platform. Kehadirannya menjembatani komunikasi dan mengurangi kesenjangan digital. Sahabat-AI karya anak bangsa, upaya nyata kami untuk membangun kedaulatan AI di Indonesia. Sahabat-AI merupakan LLM pertama dalam bahasa Indonesia, dikembangkan oleh orang Indonesia, di Indonesia, untuk Indonesia. Sahabat-AI. Sahabat-AI dapat mendukung pemerintah untuk memperkuat layanan publik dengan respon yang cepat, dipersonalisasi dan berbasis solusi. Mari kita lihat satu contoh aplikasi yang memberikan layanan publik. Fitur yang menarik lainnya adalah
gimana
suara
atau cara melaporkan penipuan melalui panggilan telepon atau pesan SMS.
Jadi kalau mau nanya-nanya nggak usah repot lagi, cepat, personalize, dan juga tergantung dari pertanyaan Bapak Ibu. Baik, jadi kembali lagi, Sahabat-AI adalah platform berbasis data yang semakin memahami pengguna di berbagai sektor industri seiring dengan bertambahnya data yang dikumpulkan. Mari kita lihat aplikasinya di sektor kesehatan.
Halo, saya Rina, manajer perawatan kronis AI Anda. Apakah Anda punya waktu untuk berbicara sekarang?
Ya, mungkin kalau untuk 10-15 menit saya ingin bertanya tentang obat-obatan yang sedang Anda konsumsi saat ini. Bisakah Anda memastikan apakah Anda masih mengonsumsi levothyroxine, riboflavin, dan digoxin? Untuk saat ini tidak mengkonsumsi obat tersebut. Saya ingin mengingatkan Anda bahwa karena diet Anda yang direkomendasikan untuk kondisi jantung Anda, penting untuk memantau asupan sodium Anda. Apakah pusing yang Anda alami memburuk saat berdiri?
Kalau bangunnya tidak cepat-cepat sih oke-oke aja.
Kami akan meminta seorang perawat manusia untuk meninjau percakapan kita dan akan menelepon Anda kembali dalam waktu 4 jam untuk memantau kondisi Anda. Saya bisa memberikan Anda nomor telepon utama Rumah Sakit Memorial Hospital. Apakah Anda memiliki pertanyaan atau kekhawatiran lain yang belum kita bahas sejauh ini?
Ya, sepertinya sudah cukup. Terima kasih.
Sahabat-AI, kemudahan dalam memenuhi setiap kebutuhan masyarakat Indonesia. Sahabat-AI, simbol kemandirian dan kedaulatan teknologi kecerdasan buatan Indonesia. Mari kita semua membangun ekosistem AI nasional, menciptakan peluang global. Sahabat-AI, LLM berbahasa Indonesia pertama di Indonesia, persembahan Indosat, Gotong, NVIDIA. Terima kasih.
Terima kasih Ibu Catherine, terima kasih. Luar biasa sekali pemaparannya, what an insightful explanation and presentation.
Yes, kita juga sudah berkenalan dengan Dira, dikte suara ya.
Dikte suara.
Pesan Gojek,
Yes.
GoFood juga bisa.
Bisa.
Tapi ada satu yang nggak bisa.
Apa tuh?
Pinjam dulu 100 nggak boleh.
Nggak bisa.
Cari jodoh juga nggak boleh.
Betul. Dan kalau jodoh mungkin aja nantinya bisa. Siapa tahu.
Ini soalnya bukan serapa, jadi kita nggak cari jodoh di situ ya. Beda.
Ongoing kali ya, in the future ya. Dan
Tapi kalau misalnya bukan sama ya.
bahasanya juga bisa disesuaikan dengan bahasa ibu kita.
Betul.
Walaupun bahasa dari suku saya belum ada. Hopefully on the way very soon ya, bahasa Batak. Siapa tahu saya bisa pesan nanti ya kan. Mikrolet, metro mini langsung cepat di depan ya kan.
Ini nggak bisa pesan bentor.
Karena mungkin kebetulan tulang-tulang juga.
Sahabat, sahabat, sahabat. Thank you once again for being with us here today. Indonesia, where does it stand today? Gross merchandise value, close to 100 billion. One of the fastest growing digital economy in Southeast Asia. By 2030, it will be $300 billion US. Are you all proud of it? You know, I learned working with the media leadership team that it's when you do hard things, you feel good. So thank you, Jensen. We feel so proud at Indosat that we are learning in media culture. We like doing hard things. We all know, now we have heard it from Jensen, we have Julie also here. AI will be the force multiplier for our nation. 300 billion, 500 billion, impacting everyone's life. Let's give a big round of applause to Julie and Jensen and once again welcome them here on stage. Two of the most global leaders shaping the future of this world. How can we transform with AI? So let me start with Julie. A bird whispered to me that you started your career from Indonesia. Tell us more about it.
Well, first of all, it's been so inspiring to be here today. Very excited. This is our first country to do our joint sovereign offering. But also, it's a little surreal for me because 30 years ago, in 1994, I moved to Hong Kong as a young lawyer. I was only 2 years out of law school. And at the time, Indonesia was booming. And so for almost 2 years, I came almost every week, working with some of great Indonesian companies, working on bond offerings. And so I started in 1994, and if someone had said that someday I would be back here on stage, seeing Indonesia launch this incredible AI day, this incredible Sahabat, and that we would get to be a part of it. It's just a dream come true. I feel so personally connected and proud of all that Indonesia has accomplished. So it's a very, very special day.
Thank you, Julie. I had my one-on-one last week, and I have to share with all of you, she has a personal commitment for Indonesia. So a big, big round of applause for Julie.
Jacob, I will tell you one thing that I didn't tell you last week. My husband, who at the time I did not know, worked on the 1994 Indosat equity offering. Okay. So it's a family affair. And I want to give a shout out for my incredible Accenture colleagues. Accenture has been in Indonesia for 50 years. And Top Giant is here. We have 600 people, backed by 4,000 people in Southeast Asia and 770,000 people around the world who are your network to help you create this incredible producer of intelligence and reinventor of everything using intelligence.
A big, big round. Thank you. But let me ask you, Julie, as a global CEO of Accenture and a leading advisor, global CEO on AI, can you share your experience that Indonesian CEO and business leader can learn from?
There are 3 words I talk about with CEOs every week: reinvention, strategy, and learning. Reinvention is about truly embracing change. I ask a simple question. When someone comes to you and wants to use AI, I say, let's write down how you do it today, how you're going to do it tomorrow. And there is not a big difference, a big change, than say no. Because AI is about reinventing what we do. And that is why I'm so inspired by the discussion today, because it's all about embracing change and challenging yourself. The second piece is strategy. Lots of people will ask me, where do I get started? And it's the fundamentals. What is the strategy of your business? Too often people talk about AI only around productivity. As I tell my team, you cannot cut your way to growth. AI is both about productivity and growth. And AI is what is going to propel Indonesia to get to 8% growth. So follow your strategy and make sure that AI is not only about productivity, but it is fueling your growth strategy. Finally, it is about learning, and your commitment to educating is so important. HR should be one of the most exciting fields ever right now, because HR professionals can help companies make sure that we are bringing our people along this journey, that as countries we're doing the same. And that's why we, at our own company, spend $1 billion a year educating our people. We are now educating companies and our clients. And so understanding what is my strategy to become talent creators, to help your people learn, is absolutely critical to success as a country and as a company.
Jensen, how is NVIDIA and Accenture partnering together?
Well, first of all, I'm a huge fan of Julie. Unbelievable. 30 years later, after your journey is only 30 years young. Unbelievable. From a new college grad to now CEO of one of the world's great companies. I'm so proud of you. Incredible. Accenture and NVIDIA are great partners. And the reason for that is because NVIDIA builds technology, fundamental technology. And until you connect that technology to serving customers' strategies and challenges and their growth, it's useless. And that connection, that transformation from raw technology to end market benefits, that's Accenture. That's what Accenture does. And so she understands both us and the customer. She understands both the technology and the customer use cases and benefits and how they want to transform themselves. And that's why this partnership is so powerful.
You know, now that we have both of you here, Jensen, Indonesia want to be the lighthouse for sovereign AI in the region. And this is where Indosat, with our ecosystem and Linta Sata, we are playing the role. What does that mean for Indonesia and our AI goals?
I think I heard what you said, but I don't know how everybody else, I can't hear you. And so they can hear you, I can't hear you. I think what you said is something about sovereign AI,
yes,
Sahabat.
Yes. So,
What does it mean? What does it mean for Indonesia?
Oh, what does it mean to, okay.
Is that right?
yes, basically, you know,
thank you.
we want to be the lighthouse, especially for sovereign AI, made in Indonesia, for Indonesia, and serve the local need. How can it help Indonesia on its AI goal?
Vikram, first of all, every single country has awakened to the need to engage AI because it's fundamentally about their nation's intelligence. However, Indonesia did something about it. Instead of wondering whether Indonesia could do it, instead of asking yourself, why is it that I can't do it, and how hard it is, and do we have the resources to do it? Indonesia just decided to do it.
Because we like doing hard things.
That's right. You could always wonder, you could always ask yourself the 10 reasons why you can't do something. And there's only one way to do it, is to decide to do it. And I'm so proud of you for doing that. What you've done here, what it means to Indonesia, is that you now realize Indonesia can do AI. You now have evidence that you can build Indonesia AI. That's number one. Number two, because you've developed it and open sourced it, you have activated the entire country. All of your students, all of your researchers, all of your companies to engage AI. You've activated all of Indonesia. And then third, hopefully in all of our partnerships, we can turn this capability into real benefits to the researchers, the students, the industry, the companies, so that you can accelerate your growth. You can propel your innovation. I think this is an exciting time. I'm delighted to be here to celebrate it with you. I just want to say, I want to say that I was here on day 0 of Indonesia AI, so I'm very excited.
Julie, what do you think? Why do you think nations are moving towards AI sovereignty? Can you tell us about AI refactory and how will it contribute to Indonesia AI goals across critical sectors?
As Jen said earlier, and of course, like all of you, I'm a huge fan of Jensen. So, Jensen talked about how important it is that you, as a country, take your intelligence, that you own that intelligence, and that by owning that intelligence, you can do great things, right? That intelligence is near things like your critical infrastructure for financial markets. And so sovereign AI is absolutely an imperative. Now what we've done together, which is true for our sovereign AI, as well as for what we're working together to do in every company, in every industry, including Accenture, is we worked together in our first meeting. I remember Jensen was at the whiteboard, and we sketched out how Accenture could build on top of this amazing technology what we call the AI refinery. That's the brain of any enterprise in every country. And in that brain, it brings together the processes, the data, and makes it accessible faster so that you take this incredible technology, you put this engine on top that brings together workflows and data so you can go faster to create solutions. And we did that side by side with the engineers at NVIDIA so that when we come together like this, we can make sure that you're going from this incredible infrastructure and the models to outcomes, to changing things for people, for companies, for the government.
So if you can give me one example where AI can truly transform an industry.
Sure, so let's take financial services. With AI, you can create a payment infrastructure and provide banking to people without accounts. We're already doing that in the UAE, for example, and here we know that that is a major opportunity to have financial inclusion. In the same way, you can get citizen services from the government to people faster by using digital agents to bring together all of the data, all of the services, and get them to citizens faster. And then on the growth side, which is really important for Indonesia, what we can do together around marketing and sales. And in fact, we've already used the digital agents from NVIDIA, and we're going to market 50% faster with our best thought leadership. And so it's that, and that applies to every industry. So you can make a difference in critical industries like banking, financial services, you can help citizens, and importantly, you can take the incredible knowledge and innovation in Indonesia and grow here and beyond.
Jensen, we have a lot of senior leaders and CEOs. What is your recommendation to companies on how to get started on the AI journey?
Well, the first thing, to get started, you perhaps decide to get started. There are a lot of reasons why you don't get started, but there's only one way to get started, and that's actually to do it. The second is to realize that it's in fact easy. And the way to ask yourself why it's so easy is try ChatGPT, try Gemini, try Claude. These are incredibly easy to use interfaces. And if you're not sure how to use it, all you have to say is, I don't know how to use AI, teach me how to use AI. And the AI will teach you how to use AI. No software program in the world can do that today. No operating system, no application that we know of can actually tell you how to use it. And if you're not exactly sure, it will teach you. And if you would like a of learning how to use AI, it will take you step by step by step. You could ask it to do things. You could ask it to explain things to you. Now, what I just described is exactly what Julie and NVIDIA are building. We're creating these workers. Some of them are in marketing, some of them will be in sales, some of them will be in legal and finance. We have many in engineering, many will be in software engineering. And these agents will be partners of all of our employees so that they can supercharge not all of their work. It's not possible to do all of their work today, not anytime soon, but they can supercharge 80% of their work, 50% of their work, or even 20% of their work. By doing that, all of your employees and all the companies would be superhuman, if you will, and do amazing things and do it faster. And this is what Julie was saying earlier, that in the trials that we've already been doing in marketing, all of our marketing experts, our marketeers, have been able to move faster, do their jobs more quickly, and over time, do it even better.
Great. Thank you. Thank you very much, Jensen and Julie. Today is a very important milestone for NVIDIA, Accenture, and Indosat. Last week when I was talking to you, we were talking about the best proof is when you show value to a customer, when we have a customer in our platform. I'm very happy and I want to share this news with you, Julie and Jensen, that we already have customers on our platform and they are seeing value. So please allow me on stage, Pak Arif, CEO of Bank Jago. I'd like to invite you on the stage. Pak Arif, CEO of
Congratulations.
You know, Julie, on your advice, I have to also share his chairman, Pak Jenny, who is a visionary leader here. And they are showing and they are working with us that how the AI impact and how we are building